Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you? We will discuss about TOEFL IBT in academic listening. Before that, we will introduce ourselves first. My name is Yuanita Faridatun and my friend is Nur Shifaunnajah.
The TOEFL IBT or Test of English as a Foreign Language test is a test to measure a person's ability to use and understand English as an introduction to the educational process at the tertiary level abroad. In Indonesia, the TOEFL IBT or Internet-based test has established the TOEFL PBT or paper-based test and TOEFL CBT or computer-based test since 2005. The change in the TOEFL format to Internet-based also gives change in the TOEFL score to 0 until 120.
Gist content questions. Understanding the gist means understanding the general or main idea. The gist may be expressed explicitly or implicitly. This type of question may require you to generalize or synthesize information. How to recognize? They are typically phrased as follows. Number 1, what problem does the mind have? Number 2, what are the speakers mainly discussing? Number 3, what is the main topic of the lecture? And the last, what is the lecture? Gist purpose question. Some gist questions focus on the purpose of the conversation rather than on the content. They will more likely occur with conversation, but they may also occasionally be found with lecture. Tip: listen for the unifying theme of the conversation. Detailed question require you to understand and remember explicit details or facts from a lecture or conversation. Details are typically related, directly or indirectly, to the gist of the text by providing elaborate tips. Refer to your notes as you answer. Remember, you will not be asked about minor points. Your notes should contain the major details from the conversation or lecture. Understand organization. Ask how the ideas are organized. May ask directly or need to fill in a chart. Need to understand main points and how they are organized, not only one detail. My words more than one point. And then tips. Questions that ask about the overall organization of the passage are more likely to be found after lecture than after conversation. And then pay attention to comparison. An organization question asks you about the organizational structure of a lecture or class discussion. In lecture, information might be organized in a number of ways. For example, a professor may compare and contrast two things, classify something into types, or use some other methods to develop the organization of a lecture. Usually, the answer option for organization question begin with two infinitives. For example, to give an example of, or to illustrate, or by statement. For example, by emphasizing or by showing. There is typically no more than one organization question per lecture, and this question type does not usually appear with conversation.
Understanding relationship. Understanding relationship asks how different ideas in the passage are related or not stated directly. Need to draw a conclusion, predict an outcome, make an inference, recognize sequence, determine the cause of an event. For possible questions is what is most likely, what is implied, or what can be inferred. And the next is pragmatic understanding questions. Think about what each speaker hopes to accomplish or purpose of the speech or conversation. Is the speaker apologizing, making suggestions, or complaining? Notice the way the speaker talks: formal, casual, voice, calm, or emotional. Notice the degree of certainty of the speaker. Listen for change in topic or side comments in which the speaker briefly moves away. Test understanding of certain features of spoken English that go beyond basic comprehension. Test how well you understand the function of an utterance or stance or attitude of the speaker towards something that the speaker expresses. Test parts of the conversation or lecture where a speaker's purpose or stance is not expressed directly. What people say is often intended to be understood on a level that lies beyond or beneath the surface expression. For example, "It sure is cold in here," for the meaning literally as the temperature of the room, suggesting someone close an open window. Next is understanding the function of what is said questions. Test whether you can understand the function of what is said involve replaying a portion of the listening passage. Number 2 is understanding meaning within the context. It is critical where the speaker's stance is involved. Is a given statement intended to be taken as fact or opinion? How certain is the speaker of the information she is reporting? Is the speaker conveying certain feelings or attitudes about some person or thing or event? These feelings or attitudes may lie beneath the surface expression. They can go unrecognized or be misunderstood by non-native speakers. Number 3 is tips. The function of what is said may not match what the speaker directly states. And the next is understanding the function. Possible reasons: apologies, explain, clarify a point, change a topic, indicate a change of opinion, identify question, listen again to part of the conversation or passage. Why does the speaker say this? What does the speaker mean? And first strategies: listen carefully and think of why speaker said something. And the next is understanding the speaker's attitude questions. It doesn't deal with the meaning of the words the speaker say, but the information implied by how the speaker say them. Many times the speaker uses slangs, idioms, or say things that are not directly relevant to what the speaker say. Understanding speaker's stance. Possible feelings: positive, negative, happy or sad, impressed or unimpressed, enthusiastic or bored, doubtful or certain. For identify question, listen again to part of the conversation or passage. Select the sentence that best expresses how the speaker feels. For strategies, listen to what is said in the context and how it is said in the context and how it is said and draw a conclusion. So, it's all enough. Thank you.